Good morning and a warm welcome to Frugal. My name's Lara. This is a frugal living and budgeting channel, and welcome to the next autumn walk and talk video. So today's video is about having a budget day out in the city of Glasgow. I am in the west end of Glasgow at the moment, the Partick area, and I'm going to soon go up and have a wee look around the Kibble Palace and the Botanic Gardens, which is completely free and very beautiful. It's attached to Kelvin Grove Park, which is wonderful, and I'm going to show you some of that while we walk and talk. Also, just discovered today there's a Norwegian fair that's going to start very soon, so I'm going to turn you around. Yeah, so they're selling baking, and I think they're going to have like some bric-a-brac stalls and things like that. So, and coffee, that kind of thing. So that's a great budget activity to have found as well. Weather's actually really nice for an autumn walk, so I can't wait to show you. And I'm about to show you as well. There's an absolutely beautiful little robin that's been sitting next to me. I'm sitting on the bench and it's been right beside me, sitting and finding worms in the grass. So I'll show you that and some pictures maybe from inside the Norwegian event, if I'm allowed to take them. And then I'll see you at the Botanic Gardens. So I believe this is the River Kelvin. 99% sure it is, because this is part of Kelvin Grove Park right here. So I've just been at the beautiful, beautiful Botanic Gardens in Kibble Palace, which is a wonderful idea for a frugal day out in Glasgow. And then you can take a stroll, weather depending, down here to the park, the River Kelvin. There's some benches around in the park. Sit with a picnic or a flask of tea or coffee. It's really lovely and it's so budget friendly. So I'll turn you around and show you this beautiful river flowing under my feet. Here we are. So this is in the west end of Glasgow, in the Partick area, where I'm doing these activities. But Glasgow's got so many amazing budget friendly things and it's just absolutely incredible. So in the west end there's Kelvin Grove Park, there's the Botanic Gardens, there's Kelvin Grove Museum. Across the city there are loads of museums and they're all free, which is just fantastic. There's also a really lovely kind of bee place that I've not been to yet. It's near the Riverside Museum, which is like a transport museum, which is fascinating. And there's so many wonderful places to go. I often go to places that involve a bit of walking, sitting outdoors, and I'll go to figure out where the Lidls are and the Aldis, things like that, for kind of budget friendly picnics and that sort of thing. Bring my own stuff in a flask, bring juice, that kind of thing. The West End has got some lovely things, and I'll list some of the things in the footage of this video as I'm walking around in these beautiful places today. Also, on the south side there's some really lovely places, like there's a place called the Hidden Gardens, which again has seating areas, exhibition spaces, a little cafe. There's really fascinating architecture around there as well, because there's an architect called Alexander Greek Thompson who he designed some stunning terraces in that part of the city around Pollock. And it's confusing because you've got Pollock Shields east and west and Pollock Shaws east and west. So it gets very, very confusing, I have to say. But I think it's near Pollock Shaws East train station. And it's a beautiful little place, just hidden away, as the name suggests, Hidden Gardens. You can just take your own food in. As I say, they've got different exhibitions on through the year. Just very peaceful down there. It's a wee gem. It's lovely. There are so many gorgeous parks that are all free in Glasgow. It's a very, very good green space. Or it's dotted with lots of very good green spaces, I should say. There's some places in the city centre, sort of a wee bit to the east, that are free or frugal too. Like, for example, there's the Glasgow Necropolis, which is like the huge big cemetery, and that might sound a little bit grim, but it's full of really fascinating old stones and walkways. and you can see a bit over the city from up there. It's also near the St Mungo's Museum, which is like a religion and spiritual kind of art museum as well. Lots of statues. Absolutely amazing. One of my favourite museums in the city. So that's well worth seeing. Then if you go a bit further afield, there's some really lovely places to explore as well. The great thing is that they do a special kind of ticket called a roundabout, and it's about £7.40, which is really budget friendly because you can just jump on and off the subway an unlimited amount of times. And you can also take other trains anywhere within a really large network. And it's not just Glasgow itself, but it's also Greater Glasgow, so it stretches really far to the north, south, and particularly to the east and west. So it covers a really huge catchment area. I probably couldn't put the map on, but if you look it up online, you'd see how vast it is. And then that expands your network of places you could go. So you could have a day out where you go to multiple places and really make the most of your roundabout. Hopping on and off the trains is well worth it. It's for trains only, not buses, I'm pretty sure. And the subway, it includes the subway. So to the west, you've got Mulgai, which is where the start of the West Highland Way is, which is a beautiful walking trail that goes north. It's absolutely stunning. So you've got the start of that, and then Mulgai town centre itself is lovely. Plus, you've got lots of nice wee charity shops and cafes around there. Just a very pleasant little town centre to explore anyway. And then Bear's Den is close to there, which is also a really nice place. Did I just say about Mugdock Park? That's really close to Mulgai train station as well. And it's also really good. And then you've also got to the slightly northeast, you've got Bishop Briggs and you've got Kirkintilloch. And there's also a place called Lenzie. So there's a place called Lenzie Moss, which is a really beautiful natural habitat that you can walk around near the train station. Kirky, as we call it, is great because there's a park there, and there's actually part of the Antonine Wall, which is a really amazing historic landmark that cuts across Scotland. Real interesting history. So there's a piece of the Antonine Wall remaining in Kirkintilloch in the park. So that's an interesting thing to get to go and see as well. Oh, and I'm trying to think what else I had. I've got a wee list because I wanted to write down lots of ideas for you. So if you're exploring this area, you can get a roundabout or not and check out some of the other places in the Greater Glasgow area. So I'm going to check my little list and I'll be right back in a wee minute. I'm just trying to find somewhere that's not too bright to chat to you. So I've got 5 honourable mentions as well. In the West End, there's a place called, oh, that's even brighter. That's better. In the West End, there's a place called Ashton Lane, which is near the university. It's near Byers Road and all the kind of shopping area and this area with the botanics. Ashton Lane is beautiful in the evenings. It's all lit up and there's lots of bars and things, which are expensive, but it doesn't cost anything to walk around there and enjoy the atmosphere. There's also, I don't want to get my list out, I'm trying to remember. Oh, a little bit south of the city, if you've got a roundabout, you could go to the town of Paisley. There's the Paisley Museum, which is, Paisley's famous for the Paisley pattern, so you could go and check out the Paisley Museum and the very beautiful Paisley Abbey. There's a Wetherspoons next to the train station, so that's a budget-friendly option as well. And another place you can easily get to with your roundabout south of the city, is still in Glasgow on the south side, is an area called Queen's Park. There's some nice independent little cafes around there, charity shops, and budget-friendly foodie places like Lidl nearby. But there's also Queen's Park, which is lovely, but if you go up to the top of Queen's Park, you can actually see over Glasgow, and it's amazing. Speaking of seeing over Glasgow, right in the city centre off of Buchanan Street somewhere, there's a place where you can go in the lift up to the top floor, and there's a piano, people sit and play piano, which you can do, and again it's got great views over the city. And then also in the city centre there is a mural trail, which you can go around in the city and look out for the murals. So people have painted on the side of the buildings beautiful artwork. So there's one that looks like Gandalf at Partick, and there's all different ones in the East End of the city centre, the West End, as I say. It's very interesting and very good. And then, oh, there's a car coming. Oh no, it's not. I thought I had a car coming towards me. It's all good. I'm not going to get squished. And then what was the other thing as well? There was one other thing I was going to tell you about. Oh yeah, there's a place called Macintosh Church, which is in the city centre in an area called Garnet Hill. You have to go up a very, very steep hill called Hill Street. As the name suggests, it's very hilly. And just beyond that, it's near Charing Cross train station, and near that there's a really lovely church called the Macintosh Church. It was designed by Charles Rennie Mackintosh, who was a very famous architect, Scottish architect, and it's a really amazing place to see as well. So I hope you enjoyed those recommendations. As always, would absolutely love to know what kind of budget-friendly or free activities you love to do, either in the city of Glasgow, if this is a familiar area to you, or wherever you have local towns, cities, rural places, anywhere that you enjoy going for days out that's free or frugal. Would love to hear about the experiences you have, and any recommendations and ideas and tips that you have. So please let us know in the comments. And again, thank you so much for watching. See you again very soon. See you later. Bye.